Hey guys, alright, I wanted to check in and let you know that I completed the half Ironman last month, and just last week I completed a very brutal 50-mile run in Colorado. So things are definitely progressing, things are moving along, things are on point for later in the summer for sure. In late September I have the full Ironman in Chattanooga. That's obviously the premier event of this series. But next week there's an event that's that's just as important, if not more important to me, and I really wanted to make this video to kind of discuss that. It's the Burning River 100-mile endurance run. It goes to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park up in Ohio. And I kind of want to make a video about what that means to me and why I like doing 100-mile runs anyway. So this whole triathlon and Ironman thing is new. It's the first time I'm doing it this year. What I've been doing, and really what's in my heart, and what I've been doing probably for the last 7-8 years, is ultra running. An ultra marathon is any race, any run longer than a marathon. I've completed 5 50-mile runs and 2 100-mile races, one in 2012 and one in 2014. I have not finished a 100-mile race since 2014, and it's eating at me, and I need to do it this year. I actually went last year to the Burning River 100, and I did not finish. I made it to mile 60, and I essentially gave up. I had leg cramps, the exhaustion, I wasn't tough enough. I got back in the car, I went back to the hotel. So I really wanted to go back this year to prove that I can do it, and get a little bit of revenge on that course. You know, oftentimes people say, why do you do 100 miles? Why do you want to run 100 miles? I don't even like driving 100 miles. That's very true. I feel that way also. A 100-mile run is almost unimaginable, for sure. There's a few reasons why I do them. The biggest personal reason why I am doing the 100-mile run next week, and why I'm very passionate about 100-mile races, I'm doing it because it is super hard, and to challenge myself in a very big way. You know, when we run a 5K, right, or a half marathon, you're gonna finish. The chance of finishing is 100%. It's just a matter of what's my time gonna be and how am I gonna feel. You're gonna finish, but that's not the case for a 100-mile run. When you stand on the starting line of a 100-mile race, you're looking at the unknown. In fact, the chance of failure is probable, and that is so intriguing to me. I'm obsessed with that. That's so cool. Speaking of last year's Burning River, my failure, I do have a medal, and if you look close, it will say Burning River 50 mile. This is what they give you when you don't complete the 100, but do get 50. This is not something I'm proud of. This haunts me, and I've had it on my office ever since, and looked at it every day. So this is what I'm not aiming to get this year. What I'm really looking at getting next week in Ohio is to find out what I'm made of. I'm actually looking forward to getting to the spot I was at last year. When it gets tough and brutal and painful, what am I going to do this year? Am I going to get back in the car and go to the hotel, or am I going to stand up and keep pushing and finish it despite the pain? So I'm a big believer that people nowadays should be in more pain. They should put themselves in uncomfortable positions and adversity and struggle, because you come out of those stronger for it and you learn from it. So I'm looking forward to being in pain and seeing what I'm made of. When you do 100 miles, it's not like, I wonder if something is going to happen. I wonder if something bad's going to happen. No, it will happen. Many bad things will happen to me next week. We're looking at running 25, 26, 27, 28 hours. So yeah, no, things are going to go wrong. Whether it's blisters, knee pain, vomiting, unable to keep food down, the heat, blowing up your quads from the climbs and the hills. No, something's going to go wrong. It's just a matter of problem solving being prepared, going over the scenarios ahead of time, adjusting. This is very intriguing to me. So that's another big reason why I'm doing 100 miles, to find out how am I going to handle this. It's almost much more mental than physical, so I'm really looking forward to that aspect. And you know what? The final reason why I do these things is for my daughter. She's going to be 2 on Saturday. I'm doing this for her. I believe that our kids learn by what we do so much more than just what we say. What am I going to tell her? That I went last year and failed and didn't try again and go back? What kind of a lesson is that? I need her to learn and to know that when you fail at something and don't finish it, you go back and you try again and you readjust and you give it a second shot. So that's what I'm doing. What's a better lesson than that? That almost gives me goosebumps when I think about it. Try again. Another lesson for her is to do hard things. She's going to grow up around the mountains, outside, around athletics, around being healthy. And she's going to know that we should do things that are hard, that challenges us. That's very intriguing, and I'm very passionate about that also. And you know what? Like the very final reason I do them, speaking of my daughter, I have every intention, honestly, in 20 years from now, of doing a marathon with her. I want to be very fit and active when she's 20 and 30 and 40, and by staying healthy and eating good and exercising like I do now, that's just making that for sure going to happen. Last week when I did my 50 miler, I was able to hold Elliot, my daughter, in my arms at the finish line. That was a huge dream come true. And definitely 15, 20 years from now, I'm going to be holding her hand when we both run across a marathon finish line together. So these are the reasons why I do it. So that was just a quick check-in. The race is July 28th, Burning River 100 miler. It motivates me knowing you guys are, thinking about it and following it. And you know what? Please feel free to go to me and my daughter's Instagram page. I think there's a link to it. Follow us. It'll be updated throughout the race. Follow me anyway. It's fun. So hopefully July 28th, 29th, the next day, I'll be coming out with a medal that doesn't say 50 miles on it. Thanks, guys. Stay healthy.